What is going on, everybody in the Epiko Regal world? And that's right, today we're back with another update. They decided that they would probably just wait for me to make a video, and then I made one, and they're like, haha, we're going to make him do another one. So before we get into that, I just kind of wanted to give a shout out to Kyle Willson. He had an interview with Venkatesh, the CEO of Wharf Street Studios, Epiko Regal himself, and did an awesome job. So shout out to you. I will put the link in the description down below, so be sure to check that out if you're fiending for a little bit more Epiko Regal content. And we went over the NFT holders tournament coming up. This is one thing I forgot to mention yesterday. Here's a sneak peek at the new map, Sanchin Stupa, a Buddhist monument built by Marua Emperor Ashoka the Great, being developed for the Epikoverse. And let's kind of jump in here and get a little bit bigger look as soon as my stuff loads up. This is pretty sweet. They gave us a glimpse of the Epikoverse that's going to be coming up. So this is just kind of a 3D modeled printed layout, nothing real detailed or nothing like that. It's just kind of giving you a little bit of insight of what they're working on and they're building, and I'm really enjoying this. Like I said, it kind of has that Mario feel to me, kind of back to N64, but with better graphics. And it got me thinking, if you're working on the Epikoverse right now and you go to this, it would be pretty cool to have like a stadium where you could go in the stadium and watch people that are currently playing each other on the game. And it would be neat if they made it to where you could watch replays or something of that nature, where it puts it down in a 3D model where you can see people attack, and then you can, with your phone, headgear, as that stuff comes out, you'll be able to kind of walk around and get a little bit better of a view of what's going on. But I know that's way down the road. I don't know if they're doing that, but I could see the whole metaverse, NFT gaming and all that stuff going that direction, and I think this is a really good step towards that. So I definitely tip my hat off to the team. You guys are absolutely killing it. It's looking awesome. I cannot wait. I definitely appreciate these little sneak peeks and stuff that you keep dropping on us. I know they're not done, they're not polished, they're not finished, but I can tell you right now I do, and I'm sure a lot of other people really do enjoy seeing this. And we know it's going to be a while down the pipeline, so definitely keep these little clips coming. I know I enjoy it for sure. Let's jump back up here and let's get into why you are freaking here. They gave us a bombshell. These are the new features and enhancements you have all been waiting for. Find out now what is coming with these new updates. So let's go ahead and jump into this Medium article here. Let's go over this and let's start salivating. Let's start foaming at the mouth, and let's see what they've got in store for us. So let's get into the first update, backend migration, PHP to Node.js. In a nutshell, the backend has the code which runs on the server side and is responsible for handling and managing storage, database, and other resources. It acts as the backbone of the application, so it is essential to adopt to changing needs and migrate the backend to more efficient technology. Node.js will enable us to build our complete application with just one language, JavaScript, which is one of the hottest and fastest out there, with remarkable execution speed along with startup time. Node.js doesn't sit idle until the network call is finished. It takes up another task from the queue and starts executing it, while the event waiting for a network call is put into something called a callback. When the event receives the response for the network call, the callback puts the event back in the queue and will be executed when it gets its turn again. So basically, this is just a good upgrade. It seems like a lot of people are doing this. It's going to, take out a lot of problems and issues that we've been dealing with. Finally, the Node.js, it is easier for us to scale the app by adding additional nodes for existing systems. Node.js runs like a rocket and is very scalable. Better performance, reduced latency, remove various bugs, improved based on load, efficiently handle socket, which I'm not sure what that is, so if you could drop that down in the description down below, I'd appreciate you if you have a clue, because I don't have a clue. IO operation friendly, more responsive due to reduced latency. Less resource hungry due to non-blocking single thread main architecture. So it's just going to be basically getting rid of all the bugs. It's going to make it run a whole lot more smooth. And it's kind of like with computers nowadays, you know, you can buy one out of the box for $300 or $400. And if you get that same, you know, a computer $300 or $400 2 or 3 years ago is just not going to run the same. So it's just upscaling, getting with the times. And hopefully it's going to help fix and resolve a lot of problems and issues that we've been having in the game. So I'm looking forward to this. Hopefully it goes without a hitch. This all ultimately will improve the user's experience. They will notice no glitches or any frozen screens. So that's good. We know we've had a lot of people freeze up. And it hasn't been so bad lately. I mean, it's been a while since I've had the screen froze. So apparently they've been doing something on the back end. So I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes. All these changes will also solve the issue of downloading errors and connection to fail. So it's good. So let's be happy about that. New stadiums. Stadiums are unique battlegrounds that are unlocked with a certain number of cups. In addition to the previous 10 stadiums, we are adding 2 more amazing stadiums. Each stadium unlocks new cards. To see more details, tap the king/queen on the home screen. So, level 11 Frozen Island Stadium unlocks at 4,000 cups, 50 cards unlocked, 1 new character unlocked. So once you get into level 11, you will be able to unlock the new character that's going to be in there. And in level 12, I'm going to butcher this one, Kuruka Shritra Stadium unlocks at 4,800 cups, 51 cards unlocked, 1 new character unlocked. So we know that's coming. The one critique that I would probably have about this is it would be nice, like 4,000 cups is nothing. So I think this needs to be a lot higher in a cup range to get there than 4,000 and level 12, 4,800. I just still think it needs to be higher. Unless they do something along the nature of if you hit 4,000 cups, you can unlock to level 11. But it would be nice if you could select what stadium you see as your background. Because I've been, you know, running the current one for so long that anytime I see something new, it's like, ooh, this is kind of nice. So, team, this is a shout out to you. Is it possible that we could make it to where the background can be manually changed, even though you're unlocked to that point, and make it to where people can choose whatever background they want? Because I like to keep it fresh. I'd like to change it up a little bit. And I know some people, depending on, you know, their eyesight and all that, some of these backgrounds like this white one might be easier for them to see than something that might blend all together like this level 12. Don't know, throwing it out there. So it'd be nice if you could pick what background you see when you're playing. This is going over the new tower. Hit points and damage are increased to levels 11, 12. They are most important in the game, and don't let your opponents get to them. If destroyed, you could lose. All right, so we all know how that works. So basically, we're going from, I think, 5,300 hit points to going to level 11 to 5,800, level 12, 5,160. So pretty decent little jump. The damage on the tower goes from 169 at level 11 to 180 at level 12. And that's just going to be doing a little bit more damage. Just keep in mind for those new players, early to game players, if you start leveling up a bunch of random cards, start playing a lot of stuff, you will level up, and then you will be going against AI that is going to be, say, like if you just zoom up to level 10, like right now, which is the max, the AI will be level 10, and all their cards will be max at level 10. So while you're sitting there trying to rush leveling up, you got to watch it, because if your cards are level 6, 7, 8, and 9, you might struggle a little bit with the AI, but it's not only going to be the AI you're going to be struggling with, it's going to be those in-game players. It's just really going to roll you. So take your time, really understand your cards and know how they work. New cards level 11 and 12. Levels 11 and 12 are coming. This means higher damage / health. If you have cards, then you'll be able to upgrade them even higher to get an extra edge in battle. So we know that's coming. They've been talking about it for a little bit. They're still working out all the details on what hit points are going to look like, how much it's going to cost to get leveled up. So there's a couple ways that you can approach this. For my recommendation here is right now, currently, to get a card from level 9 to 10 is 100,000, and that's pretty steep, especially for a lot of new players coming in. even getting their first level 10 card, especially if you're trying to be, free to play and all that, you can do it. No, Zach has been playing for a while, doing a really good job, gives everybody a run for their money, and he does not have max cards, so you can do it. But, however, what does it look like? Are they going to make it 110,000, 120,000 to get to level 11 and 12? I hope not. So I think there needs to be a little bit more of a restructure since you're getting those cards that are going to be going to level 12. Let's go ahead and take that 100,000 and move that over to level 11. Going to level 12 will be 100,000 and scale back from there. Let's not jump in. Let's not discourage new players coming in because they're already having a lot of trouble as it is getting 100,000, especially when you're trying to get your deck of 8 cards, per match up there. It's going to disincentivize people, I think, to stick around for the long haul. So let's look at that. I'll be interested to see how you do this. Maybe make it cheaper. That wouldn't be a problem with me either. But at the end of the day, you can't have everybody running around max cards in a couple weeks. So you got to understand, even though it's a free-to-play game, they do have to make some kind of money. So there's got to be some kind of transactions going on. But that is my recommendation. So let me know down in the comment what you think. How do you think these things should cost, scale up, and all that good stuff? Because they do love your feedback and input. And be sure to share that down below. Also, jump in their Discord. They love to hear from you guys. Let them know they're doing a good job and what you want to see and how bright the future is in your opinion. Facebook login removed. Due to technical reasons, Facebook login has expired and it won't be supported on our platform. In order to keep playing and save your data, please connect Game Center iOS or Gameplay Android today. And that's kind of been a little bit of controversy is, well, I started on Android, but I mainly play on, Apple, and this sucks. I can't transfer over. Well, keep in mind, the game has been out for a little while, not too long. They're working a lot of bugs out, and I'm sure with it being Facebook, they're just a bunch of pricks, and I don't know. That's just me saying that. That ain't them, but now you know how Facebook is. You know what goes on there. So they probably said, out of here. I don't want nothing to do with you. Yeah, that's the nice version I'll say about Facebook. Now, they are working on something where you're going to have a login ID that is going to be tied to Epiko Regal, and then no matter what device you're on, you'll be able to log in with that specific Epiko Regal ID and password. So it's not going to matter, what you're logged into as far as Android and iOS at that time. It's going to be tied to your Android, and iOS is going to be tied to that specific ID with Epiko Regal. So they're working out the fine details on that, I assume, and there will be more to come. Kingdom player online status. With this update now, all of the players in your kingdom can see if you're active or what is the last seen status. Having this player will be able to see when the players are most active throughout the day and in the kingdom, when they should be up participating and engaged the most. So here's a little bit of a sneak peek what's to come. So you got the little green dot above their profile basically saying, hey, I'm online right now, check me out, here I am, let's do something, you need a donation. Definitely loving the fact that the donated here is going to tell all who is active in your kingdom, and if you've got people in there that are not donating, and especially if you're in Omi 24/7. By the way, shout out to Omi 24/7 and all my awesome kingdom mates in there, just absolutely killing it, putting in the grind, really honing their skills. Love you guys. Keep up the great work. But unfortunately, as much as I love all y'all, if this is zero, especially at the end of the week, I will probably do it weekly. Probably like on a Sunday. If you got zero donated or that is not moving, out of there. So I love this feature. It's going to be nice to see who's active and, contributes to the kingdom. And in Omi 24/7, you don't do that, you're out of here. So appreciate that. I would even love to see something along the lines of maybe have this set trophy right here, $47.98. Say it is July 1st, and this is what you started with in July 1st, $47.98. But maybe right underneath it, have in green, blue, gold, or well, I guess gold's there. But some other color underneath it showing how many you've accumulated so far in this new cycle. That will also help the kingdom's understand who's been grinding, who's been doing what, who's going to be donating. So that's very easy to check out. But it's kind of hard to keep up with who's doing trophies because some people might just log in and donate, and they don't really do a lot of trophy grinding. So I guess it depends on what your kingdom is, what they're wanting to get accomplished. So, maybe if you're just a farming kingdom, donations is fine, whatever, as long as you're meeting a criteria of like 100 a week or month or whatever it is, you can stay. Or if you make it to where we are very driven on, trophies and setting the bar. If people are lacking in the, getting trophies department, you got to keep it going. But anyway, definitely appreciate this update here. It's going to be nice and look forward to more of that to come. Kingdom Battles history. Oh yes. Now, when you head to your kingdom, you can see the history of all battles between your kingdom members. It's a great way to see the badass in the kingdom. I don't know who's writing these papers now, but I really like this language. I like the energy. I love it. Keep up the good work. I like this language here. So let's kind of jump in here right quick. I wonder how you're going to get to this. It would be really nice. I mean, this is kind of neat. Friendly battle result. You can see who won. It would be nice if they had it to where, say, I get one tower down, they get one tower down, we're tied. We need to have a clear who won. So, like, yeah, you can tell, like, this dude got 3 crown. Okay, so they won. But for those friendly battles where most of the time you're going to take 1 tower out max, who was actually declared the winner? So, like, under Vanrun, like, underneath it needs to be winner. Or some way to distinguish that this person won. A line through something showing that they won. I don't know. Let me know down below what you think. I think that would be a good idea. Also, another thing that I think would be really fun to see is, how whenever you log in or you're battling a live person, it's got their kingdom, it's got their name, kingdom and name of the 2 players. But what I want to see is if somebody is on a win streak, say 10, 20, 100,000, whatever. So like Omi 24/7, Kid Rolla, and underneath that have win streak of 30. And that way the person you're playing, that kind of gets your dopamine going. They're like, oh crap, this dude's on a 30 win streak, and now I'm playing him. And like for you lower guys, you're gonna be like, crap. But if you actually beat that player that had a 30 win streak, you just knocked them down to 0. You're going to be like, yeah, that's right. I beat old Kid Rolla and I took his 30 win streak out. So maybe that would be something fun to put up there that pops up right at the start of the match. If somebody's on a win streak, and then if you're both at like a 10 to 15 win streak, then it's going to be a good battle. You're both been grinding a lot. Odds are you're pretty good players. And I know the dev team is going to kill me for throwing all this stuff out, but I would also love to see maybe a leader list of win streaks. So right now we've got a trophy list. We've got the kingdom with trophies. Let's get a win streak list. Who's at the top? Who's got the longest win streak going on? And if they hold that win streak, or say old Burnt Turn Slick's on a 100 win streak, and at the end of the season, it's over, he's at the top with 100, then he gets an NFT or maybe a code in the game to get those gems and gold for saying, hey, good job, you got a 100 win streak. That's pretty freaking awesome. Here you go. And a pat on the back. So I think that's something pretty cool I would like to see as well in the game. Kingdom card donation history. So while in a kingdom, players are able to donate and request cards from fellow members. Now they can also keep track of their and their fellow members' cards donation in the kingdom chat. So I guess I kind of got ahead a little bit earlier. So that's what we talked about. So it's just a little bit clearer. The one before was just showing an online green dot. Then I got ahead with everything. So that's that. Now you won't miss any new updates, whether it's a new card, a new quest, or received a message in the kingdom. You will see notification icons for all unread notifications on your app home screen. So that's neat. Whenever you log in, there's probably going to be a little pop-up saying, hey, Jackleg, this new card's out. Get to this tower to unlock it. And that's how you get it. So that's pretty neat. Be a nice little pop-up. It would be kind of cool for people that like to spend a little bit of money if they had daily or weekly deals that just pop up that are really, really good deals. Even if it's super small amounts, that'd be awesome. Banning mechanism. So we know this was a big sore subject there for a little while, and I haven't heard much mention of said person, but members can be banned by other kingdom members to assure that there is no inappropriate behavior in the kingdom chat. So we're all here to have a good time and all that good stuff, so don't be a jackleg. Don't be coming in here and doing all kinds of dumb stuff. Just, we know people get bad, a little bit mad, salty, and all that good stuff, so knock it off, guys. But anyway, we will be able to ban people, so that is pretty freaking awesome, and I'm looking forward to that. We hadn't really had too many issues, but as the game grows, it will be inevitable. That is for sure. Emojis are a form of expression which primarily allow users to communicate. After the update, users can use them in the King chat, username, and descriptions. So that's pretty cool. Just something to have fun, especially if you get like little rage emojis, which I love the most. So I want to see some crazy, funny things going on with those guys and all that stuff. Another thing I'd like to see is not everybody likes to see emojis in the game, so make it to where you can turn it off so you don't see them pop up. Some people are hardcore, don't want distractions. And there's people like me that are just complete jacklegs that will throw those emojis out and just be funny and annoying. So, love you guys. But it would be nice if you could have an option to turn those off and not see them. And if somebody wants to spam it all they want, then they're the only ones going to see it. So, improved AI decks. To make it more exciting and challenging, we have improved our artificial intelligence with better deck collections. So I'm super excited about this. That's kind of one thing they've been battling for a little while. There's only one cut a deck of cards that gets played, but I will throw out another recommendation here, team. I want to see, especially, so like as you've got these AI decks made up and they're going to be random or whatever, it would be kind of fun if you held these tournaments and say Old Burnt Turn Slick wins, and whatever cards he's got in his deck, maybe roll that into the AI deck that's built. And then give a shout out to Old Burnt Turn Slick, Dennis Reynolds, all those guys that are just in the top. If they win, be like, oh, we're gonna use your deck build in this. Congratulations! And then whenever they play, they'd be like, "Yeah, that's right. That's my deck right there. I'm playing against." So, pretty cool. Let's see if we can't come up with something like that, and that would be pretty fun. Another thing that they could do is have the main game like it is, and then have basically a copy of the game that they could implement that in, or have a funny deck build that you will go against, or it randomizes a bunch of cards in your deck that you play an AI challenge with. Same game, but it randomizes what you use. And then even have a tournament or a competition of the main game, then the funny deck game or funny challenge. And whoever wins the most with the funny deck challenge at the end of the week, month, bi-monthly, whatever they're wanting to do, wins a prize. I don't think that would be too much, but I know if you screw up a code, then everything's done. But anyway, I'm throwing it out there. You could have the main game, if you want to have a side game of a funny deck challenge, where you could have all these random cards, and then people just, and what that's going to do is really open it up for players that have a set mindset, kind of like me, where I'm like, these are my cards. I've got those to 10. I'm never going to change them. But as these updates come out, as these card improvements come out, buffs, whatever you want to call it, it's going to force people to try new cards that they normally would never would. And they're going to be like, I never thought about it, but this card works good for that. So it's going to open it up. And at the end of the day, that's going to make people want to level up other cards. And it's, going to bring a little bit more life to the game. And at the end of the day, you guys are probably going to make a little bit more money off of it. So there you go. There's another little tip. Updated digital collectible prizes. No limit on invite battle, which that's good. Game Center login issue fixed. Characters bugs fixed. Scrolling issue fixed. And multiple bugs fixed. Now that's all in the first update, so I'm going to have to get another drink of water because, oh my God, we're going to be here for a minute. All right. Second update. New card, Prithvi. When Prithvi enters the battle, the entire land shakes. A body made of stone, you don't want to evoke his anger. With his one punch, the entire building will come down like a house of cards. Now, that is interesting. I was just about to think it was going to be one of those NFTs you got to buy to unlock, but Rarity Ultra Epic, Rasa 8. Whew, God dang, maybe this is. The 8 Rasa is pretty freaking steep, so you're pretty much going to have to drop this dude and have a dragonfly in your hand for best case scenario, because if you don't have some way to defend, because like even if I don't know how fast this dude is or if it just knocks a building down, but even if I know if somebody plays that, they're at such a deficit that even if they take my tower out, I'm gonna drop everything and then I'm gonna roll their tower. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this is gonna work for sure. Range melee unlocked in Stadium 5. Interesting. I was kind of thinking it was going to be a slow tank that moved forward. You'd probably put some kind of wizard behind it and just do AoE splash damage and move forward with it. So definitely looking forward to seeing how this guy's going to roll out. New AR portal. They kind of we covered this in a video. Pretty awesome, where you can walk in this thing and see a new AR experience of the worlds and walk around and see all that. So that's kind of pushing their AR metaverse, utility within the game. All characters will have a VFX effect, so that's pretty neat. Character death VFX improved. Well, one thing I think would be kind of fun that also they might be able to include in the game that would just give it a little bit of quality of life is you could have a switch where you could turn on funny death, and this kind of goes back to the game NBA Jam. The game was just funny, and you could turn off big head and you could turn off funny things that they would do in the game, and for like a character death, it would be kind of funny if whenever they died, they did like a super dramatic die scene where they just flail and laugh and cry and get pissy and, hit the ground and then poof, they're gone. So that'd be fun, even if you could only see it on your side and the other person couldn't. If you could turn that on and off, where, like funny death scenes or something like that. We got to think about, what's at this point, this is a tower defense game, but what really sets it apart from other ones? They've got the collectibles, they've got the AR, which that is pretty awesome, but you got to take it to the next level, and it's got to be those fun little updates like that. I think that other gaming companies would probably take from you once you implemented that. So I think that could be something. Think NBA Jam. You can play serious and all that, but at the end of the day, you're putting money in the game. I am, and other players, why not customize it to where it could be fun and keep it kind of fresh? And if you want to go back to old school, fine, turn it off and get those kind of little things in there like that. Just my thoughts. Let me know down below if you think something fun like that, where there was a dramatic death scene when somebody dies, or if you beat somebody or a tower goes down, something different, something funny pops up. I think that'd be kind of fun. Third update, new card Indra. When you hear the deafening sound of thunder, understand the Indra has come. If enraged, you will face his wrath and will be burned down to the ground with lightning. This is an ultra epic, 5 Rasa, so not too bad. It is a troop, targets air and ground. Range 5, unlocked at Stadium 6. So this guy right here, I don't know how this is going to work. It's interesting, he can hit air and ground. So is he going to be able to swing and throw like a fireball, or what does that look like? Because I'm not really sure. So let me know down below what you think. But we have another card coming, but this is the third update, and there's no telling when that's going to come out. And as far as these updates, they don't really have time or anything like that of when that's going to be happening, but you got to think things happen, things change, and then once they do another update, it could screw something up in the code. So they don't really want to be putting these, specific dates down for sure, because it sucks when you don't hit those dates, and a lot of times things pop up, things happen, and all that. So bear with them, guys. They are working on it. At least they did give us this teaser of what's coming, and I'm looking forward to it. Yantra is replacing crackers. Crackers are earned from winning battles in the game, or can be bought from the game shop using gems, which you can open instantly. There are 5 types of crackers: firecracker, dynamite, bomb, rocket, and metal bomb. You can have a maximum of 4 crackers at a time and can unlock 1 cracker at a time. But from now, we are replacing crackers with Yantras. So I'm kind of glad they're doing that. Here in America, anytime you say something about a cracker, I don't know. It's not good. I know it's not in the context in this game, but as far as like a culture thing, being called a cracker, or even hearing cracker, is kind of like taboo. So I'm kind of glad they're changing this to Yantras, at least from American standpoint. I mean, I think it's funny, but I do like the fact they're changing it to Yantras and moving this along. There will be 10 different rarities, which are common, rare, epic, royal, mystical, lightning, ruby, emerald, sapphire, and Epiko mystic, from the lowest to highest. And this is just a picture of what all of them are going to look like. The left to the right will be low to high tiers, and they are pretty sweet, especially if they get like the Discord Lord logo, how it's all lenticular and 3D and moving and all that. These would be pretty sweet if they did that same kind of 3D graphics while it's sitting there waiting to be unlocked. So I do like that. I think that's pretty neat. The entries won from battles were required to be unlocked by waiting a certain amount of time, or can be skipped using gems. Each player respectively has 4 slots, so one can only have up to 4 yantras waiting at a time. It is possible to battle when your yantra slots are full, but you won't be able to win any yantras until a box has been open. So, there's been a little bit of talks about that. The thought process is to give you a limit of 4 so that you spend your gems, and that's going to, create microtransactions, or you could just wait the time. Both are fine and all that good stuff, but maybe a solution. One of the problems is there's, especially when there's not updates coming out, regularly. One thing that you could do to think about is, in order to keep people engaged into the game, you might want to, once they have their 4 chests filled up, not everybody's got money to put in the games, just keep popping those like I do. So make like a slight pity system or something of that nature, where once your 4 are filled up, let's be like, all right, how do we keep people in the game if they don't have money to spend? Well, once those 4 are filled up, make it to where every time they win a battle, it fills up like a XP or leveling bar somewhere, and say they do 20 battles, 10 battles, 5 battles. I don't know. Let's talk about it. Let's see what it looks like. But make it to where once they hit X amount of number of battles after all their chests are filled up, give them a pick of 5 cards of a common card. And think about that, because that would be good, because there's a lot of times that I just need a few more cards to get something to the next level. If I could fill up my chest and be like, man, I only need like 100 more coconuts, like, heck yeah, I'm going to grind the crap out of this game for hours on end, and I'm going to keep unlocking coconuts till I finally get this bad boy done, and then hopefully all my chests that I'm unlocking's got something to finish it off. But that's going to keep player engagement in the game, and that's going to be more people playing each other, and then the AI is just going to be less irrelevant. So let's think about things like that we can let the team know, see if they can work it in there. and come up with some kind of system like that. So I think that would be pretty neat. Something of that nature. Let's think about it. Let's discuss it. Let's evolve that. Now, here's a few things. They finally gave us the time frame and gems of the Yantras. So the common is going to be at 3 hours for 18 gems, or 3 hours or 18 gems. The rare is going to be 8 hours or 48 gems. The epic is 12 hours and 72 gems. The royal is 12 hours, 72 gems. Mystical is 12 hours or 72 gems. The lighting, I don't think that's right. The lighting, 1 day, 144 gems. The ruby is instantly from the shop. The emerald is instantly from the shop. The sapphire is instantly from the shop. And Epiko Mystical, 1 day or 144 gems from winning a battle. So here is, this kind of ties back into what I was just talking about player engagement, keeping people on the game and keeping people playing. Because one of the things that the community kind of gets discouraged with is not playing enough people. So how do we solve that? Well, you've got 10 different Yantras here. I don't think necessarily, I mean, it might start getting a little too random, too cluttered if you had 10 that could be had. But let's just say, for instance, you could have 10 that could be won by winning a battle. Let's make it to where, and this is going to make it to where people are more engaged. We're going to make it to where people are logging onto the game a lot more and not waiting those 3 hours, those 8 hours, those 12 hours. Let's make it to where we cut those times down drastically. And since there's so many rarities, I think for the common, it would be good if it was 15 minutes, 30 minutes, something of that nature. Now, you don't have to give as many cards that's in there, but you could dub it down a little bit. And like the rare could be 30 minutes or an hour. The epic could be an hour to an hour and a half or 2 hours. The royal could be 4 hours to 6 hours. The mystical could be 6 hours to 7 or 8 hours. And I think if we lower those times down on all these Yantras, it's going to keep people engaged. It's going to keep people logging in. It's going to keep people battling each other. It's going to, start opening up Discord of, just beat, Venkatesh, old burnt turn slick. Right now, looking at these times, to me, all I'm seeing is people are not going to be logging in as much. People are not going to be playing as much because it's 3, 8, 12, 12, 12, 1 day, 1 day. So with that being said, you're basically going to be playing at best 4 times a day. 6, 12 hours. You got to sleep, you got to work, you got to drive, right? So I think bringing those times down would probably do a whole lot for the community and playing each other and just keeping people on the app. Just my opinion, just my input. Initially, I'll have to think a little bit more about that. I'll give more feedback in the next video or on Discord. But I really, really, really would love to know from you guys what you think about these times and, the gyms. Just, whatever. It is what it is. They got to make money too. I get that. But I feel like if you make it to where people are more engaged, they're going to be more apt to spend money. They're going to be more apt to stay in the game and not find something that's a little bit shinier. Chat censorship. Epiko Regal will have an option filter that prevents the use of offensive and vulgar words in the kingdom chat. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, that's cool and fine, but I also feel like this needs to be a on and off button. You could default this to off for everybody that comes in because, say kids are coming in there. But there's a lot of adult-driven kingdoms. I want to say a few things sometimes. I want to get a little, crazy in there. Especially if I had a few more, fire waters and all that stuff. So I think this would be a good thing if they had an on and off button as well. Multiple languages in the app. That's cool. Definitely tip the hat of that. Cups earned in each season in your profile. Pretty neat. Epiko ID that works on all our gaming projects. So see, that's going to be key too right there as well. Is having that ID, and it's going to be nice to be all under one thing, especially as they evolve, come up with more games and stuff like that. So that looks like that's it. Oh my God. How long have I been freaking doing this? It's a long video. Sorry about that, guys. My mind gets to wondering a little too much. So that was the update. Let me know what you think. If you like that, you enjoyed it, want to see some more of all that good stuff. And the last video I did, I asked in the Discord, if people wanted me to do some live battles at the end. That's pretty much all I'm going to be covering at this point. I'm going to do a couple live battles just to, let you see how my brain works, how I play people. Hopefully I'll play a live person, and if not, I'll do AI, and I will show you the fastest ways that I can take them down to get those trophies coming, get those crackers coming, and just, level up. For me, I've got a pretty decent little cache of gems and gold, and I normally just pop these open every time they do whenever I'm grinding. But I've got my main set of cards to level 10. I'm waiting for the updates, so I'm really holding back on my gems and gold, and I just want to make sure that when those new cards come out, or they buff them, or the cards that become meta, I want to have that capital on the side where I can really just sit there and do some work. So I am playing against Amigo, which is a bot. I have a pretty decent little start here. So what I'm going to do is drop Angat at the bottom. I'm just going to let my elixir build up at this point. And I'm going to push Nicole behind him. And then while that happens, I'm going to go ahead and drop the monkey tree to the right of the tower. It's going to zap that. Hopefully they don't drop nothing too crazy. And those two guys will run into the tower, do significant damage, and it'll almost be taken out. I should have some elixir saved up by then to take it out. So I'm going to go ahead and drop Saha here to get ahead of those dragonflies. I'm going to push Angat up with Nicole. Drop Monkey Tree here. It's going to zap that fairly quick, fairly instantly. As long as they don't drop nothing, everything's going to run up. That's going to give me time to drop these coconuts down, and if they get up there, which the wizard is off to the left, it is going to take that out, and that is a wrap right there. So that was a, little shy of a minute run, so just say a minute run. Not bad. And that's kind of how you can take out the AI in a timely fashion. Now that doesn't always work with actually it doesn't work with people, because you've got to defend, that's for sure, because the AI, they don't know much better. They're just going to play what they play. They got a new cut of cards, they got their technology. I'm sure they're updating it, based on what you're playing. They're going to have counters and stuff like that. So I'm going at Amigo again here, and we will see. It looks like it's playing the same set of cards. Not a big issue. I do not have Angat. I do not have Nicole in my cut, so this is going to be a little bit longer run, which sucks. But it is what it is. I'm still going to drop Saha down here at the bottom. I'm going to let my towers take out, whatever they throw, which, by the way, if you're new, let the towers do the work for the most part. So they've got the wizard guide coming down the pipeline, so I can't really do... You gotta let him focus on those guys, otherwise he'll AoE splash your monkey tree there. They're gonna take it out, run over the wizard, do some work on him. I've got Nicole. I'm probably just gonna hold back because that wizard has a lot of HP. That is one thing about that guy. He has a whole lot of HP. I've tried working him into my deck, and I just can't quite get him there, but I think whenever Privial comes out, he is going to be a meta card play for sure. I'm going to go ahead and drop Jimvanta down. Oh, I forgot that he chases his stupid cannon. That's all right. We're going to go ahead, and if you do the same thing with the 3 monkey tree to the right of the tower, it will zap it fairly quick, so this will be a wrap right here. And that's it. So, minute 20, not too bad, whatever. These cards that I'm playing, I feel like right now are the meta. There's, Old Burn Turn Slick. He uses other cards, makes them work very successfully. But for me right now, this is definitely the way I like to go. So I'm going to go ahead and try one more again. And see if we can potentially play somebody. I don't know this music. So we're going to go ahead and just do that. So hopefully we will hopefully we get to play a live person, because I do want to get beat one more time. It seemed like a fast load. That might be somebody. Oh, we got Dennis Reynolds. Oh, dang. All right, here we go. This dude is tough as a box of nails, and like he smoked me the last time we battled. So I definitely got to get some redemption in here, and hopefully I can take him out. I don't have my favorite cut of cards to go right off the bat, so that's kind of a sucky situation. So he's going to be dropping Jim Vonta. He's probably going to drop Dragonflies or something with an AoE. He's going to get ready for this. He's going to poison that, but they do so much work and damage on there. He's going to get one hit. Oh, we got two, so that kind of sucks. So now it's my turn. Oh, I didn't get that up in time, and it smoked. So now I'm at about a 5 elixir deficit, and that is not good for nobody. Well, it's good for him, but it ain't good for me, so that sucks. So I'm going to go ahead and do this first. Hopefully they zap him real quick and go. Okay, he's going to die. He's giving me the laughy face. Yeah, my cut of cards are not where I want them to be. Okay, so now we should be about even, but he's got a lot of damage to my tower, so I've got to play very, very smart. This is going to be a good match. Yep, he's going to chip away. That means he's at full elixir. I was at full elixir, so we're about even right now. So he's got a big advantage. I've got to play this very, very smart. I'm dropping down the witch, which will take out my 3-monkey tree. I'm going to do this. I'm going to let that go up there. Hopefully she doesn't turn around and smack the crap out of them. Go, monkeys. Go, 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 go. Oh, that's not going to be enough. That sucks. So that's pretty much a wrap. There's no way I'm going to be able to recover at this point. And it just is what it is. So he got me. I mean, that's it. All right. 1 minute to go. Not looking good for the home team. I'm going to have to do the little sneak attack. This is just not working at all. I'm going to have to try and just freaking throw crap down like crazy and hope and pray that he just... Oh, he got me good on that. Blocking the crap out of it. Got a little bit of damage in there. He's going to be coming in. Yep. Seen that coming. Oh, go, 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 go. Come on, baby. This is so freaking close. Just got to keep stuff busy. I'm panicking now at this point. Just do some damage. 19 seconds. Oh my God. I just got to do something. Ah, go, 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 go. Oh my God, get up there. Oh, I don't know. I couldn't even keep up with what the HP was on everything. Ah, he got me. I figured he did. He's good, man. Good job, Dennis Reynolds, dude. You freaking awesome. Absolutely killed it. All right. Well, anyway, that is it. Be sure to join Omi 24/7, where we are losers here, just this time, and all that good stuff. But yeah, I look forward to hearing your feedback. If you like what you've seen, heard, all that good stuff, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, we'll holla.